My name's Peter Vaughan and I'm the director of Vaughan's Kitchen and Cookery School in Devizes, Wiltshire. So Vaughan's Cookery School is set up for anybody who just enjoys cooking and wants to learn more about this amazing craft. I've known Wiltshire Farm Foods actually, ironically, through my grandparents. They started buying Wiltshire Farm Foods for the midweek food, and then they would cook their food for the weekend. And that's when I used to pick up the magazines and look and help them choose. And that's kind of where it all started. So I was involved in the project by a message from the chef Phil, and I thought, oh, that sounds really interesting. And then I remember, my grandparents have long gone, bless them, but I then remembered my grandparents talking about Wiltshire Farm Foods. I thought, blimey, this would be interesting. So that's how it all started. So one of the dishes that we created is, well, the French name would be beef à la flamande, and it's a dish from Flemish. It's a Flemish dish, Belgium. Over there it would be called a beef carbonara, and it's very old. It goes back hundreds of years of beef cooked very, very gently in beer. It sounds delicious, and it is. A slight bitterness from the beer and a sweetness from the barley. And I thought this would be a really nice dish because sometimes the great classics, they're classics because they're brilliant and they can't be changed. And many great famous French chefs say there are no new recipes. The classics will always be the best. So we're doing a beef carbonara, and then finally for a dessert, then this is all about summer, and I don't believe there's a better combination than chocolate and cherries. So effectively it's a hot chocolate and cherry brownie pudding. When I started working on this project, I always tried to design the dishes as if my grandmother Margie and my grandfather John Dane would be eating them, because I knew they'd be fascinated. And so I always imagined in my head that they would be the customers buying, spending their money and sitting back and enjoying this, and the taste and the sensation. So there's actually quite a lot going on in dishes, as there should be, but actually they're very, very simple and enjoyable to eat. So I had them in my head as my critiques. And it's a really lovely dish. It's something that I would want to eat myself, and I always think a good dish is one that you want to eat yourself.